Hi, everyone. This video is all about embedding high value and low value choice making opportunities into reinforcement contingencies for students who exhibit escalated behavior. So let's start by defining low value and high value choice making opportunities. Students typically prefer those high value choice making opportunities, as you can probably guess. These choice making opportunities should be provided contingent on the absence of the problem behavior, a reduction of problem behavior, or occurrences of expected behaviors. So some examples of high value choice making opportunities that I've used in the past. Maybe it's earning tokens as part of a token economy, having a say in the backup reinforcers that you can access contingent on earning sufficient numbers of tokens. So it could be choices with regards to what backup reinforcer you're using as part of a token economy. It also could be choices during free time. Okay. You got done with your work. What do you want to do? Some choices related to free time. Maybe it's access to technology. Maybe it's taking a break along with peers, accessing preferred items and activities. Some of the best high value choice making opportunities that I've facilitated have involved social reinforcements where I've had opportunities to build rapport through those choice making opportunities with my students. Maybe for older students, it's opportunities to look up current events or career applications to course content and earning extra credit and then presenting that to the rest of the class. And that's a cool way for students to access some attention contingent on expected behaviors and to build rapport with students and learn more about them. For younger kids, maybe it's pick your favorite game at recess and I'll join you for 15 minutes or something like that. So those are all examples of high value choice making opportunities you can use with your students. Low value choice making opportunities, think just incentivizing enough to function as reinforcers. So, in other words, we're not talking about the greatest thing in the world. Maybe we're giving students opportunities to journal, to draw, to put their head down for a couple of minutes, to meet privately with a preferred adult. Those are all examples of low value choice making opportunities. Those aren't provided contingent on expected behaviors. They're provided to discourage students from engaging in escalated behaviors like physical aggression, property destruction, self-injury, elopement. So that's the difference between high value and low value choice making opportunities. We use high value to encourage expected behavior, low value to discourage escalated behaviors. And if you're wondering, why would we do this for students who exhibit escalated behaviors? Think about low value choice making opportunities as ways to make sure that we're not backing students into a corner. So, for example, if I'm working with a student who is engaging in property destruction to avoid and escape tasks, that student can access reinforcement by engaging in property destruction. And that's really stigmatizing. That might take a long time to redirect that student back on task. It might cause damage. That might be a safety concern. But rather than maybe losing an hour of instructional time with that student or maybe the rest of the day, I can say, hey, by the way, I'm seeing that you seem a little bit upset. Remember, you've got some choice making opportunities available to you. Do you want to draw for a couple minutes, color for a couple of minutes, talk to a preferred adult for a couple of minutes, put your head down for a couple of minutes? Again, those are low value choice making opportunities, just reinforcing enough to discourage those escalated behaviors. If you're wondering, how do you identify low value and high value choice making opportunities? We have to include students and their families. Otherwise, we don't know what's really going to function as reinforcement. So we have to bring students and families to the table to identify these low value and high value choice making opportunities, and not just bring them to the table to identify these choice making opportunities, but continuously meet to make sure that these choice making opportunities are still relevant to what our students care about and what they need in school. Okay. Two things to keep in mind, two kind of final thoughts. One question I get a lot is those low value choice making opportunities. Why are we giving kids opportunities to access reinforcement? Isn't that kind of encouraging problem behaviors? I would argue no, because we have those high value choice making opportunities. It's really important that time in's more reinforcing than time out, right? So if we're finding our students consistently choosing to put their head down, journal, draw, ask to visit preferred adults rather than doing our work, it's time to look back at those high value choice making opportunities and make sure that classroom instruction is engaging and enriching to where kids would rather participate than not participate. The other thing to keep in mind is to consistently monitor the effectiveness of these choice-making opportunities. So we don't just implement it and forget about it. We consistently evaluate the data to make sure that what we're including as high-value choice-making opportunities really is encouraging expected behaviors and discouraging problem behaviors, and that we're not seeing our students consistently make those low-value choices, which is a signal that maybe we need to enrich the environment and rely more on increasing engagement and facilitating student success during class instruction.